What up, people? It's your boy, Massachusetts, out here with another comic review. So, as you know, the last issue I reviewed Batman 90, my first foray into the Batman comics, reviewing them. Hadn't reviewed either of the Batman starting from Rebirth, but I thought I'd start now because of new leadership and top things off. And Batman seems to be moving in a direction that seems to be very much like Batman. So let's get into it. So what I really liked was that this whole opening monologue of the Joker is very nice. You see the Joker's like saying, now I bet you think you have a good idea of what's happening. You think you've heard the truth, but the people telling the story don't know the truth. I do, and I'm here to tell it. And he talks about the story that he had with, the designer. And he basically says there are four of them, of course. The Penguin says that he wanted to be king for all to follow his command. So the devil gave him the numbers to the finest killers in the land so that he could take down the nation's rulers and install ones who could only be loyal to him. The designer gave him that. And then the second crook, the Riddler, was a mad crooked man who said he wanted to be the wisest man in all the kingdom. So the devil gave him a crooked game to play with the greatest scholars in the kingdom, which would kill each of them in turn until he was the only wise man left. And the third crook was a thieving cat, and she wanted to be the richest person in the kingdom. So he gave her all the keys to the vaults of all the richest men in the city, so she could rob them all blind, so she'd have all the diamonds to herself, which is what Catwoman had just confessed to Bruce in Bruce found it out in the last issue. So it gets to him, and we get to see what he was told, which was him. And the fourth crook was a jester. And see, he'd been laughing all this time because he alone understood the devil's game. With no wise, powerful, or wealthy men left to stop him, the city would belong to the three crooks at all. It would belong to the devil himself. In turn, it was the jester's turn, and the devil asked what he wanted more than anything in the world. And the jester said to him, I want to be the devil. And then he killed him. That's true. That's what the Joker did. And this is what I like about that. We're seeing a sinister Joker. We're not seeing philosophical battles and Shakespearean, not Shakespearean, let me just say moody, emotional psychobabble at times. We're seeing plots, we're seeing schemes, we're seeing action. And this issue has it all. So he's basically at a bar, told everybody that he has them all under hostage. And, he's acting like a boss. He's like, hey, he's saying, put a little more salt on the rim next time, or I'll have one of the boys throw you off the balcony. Phone, yes, Mr. Joker. So he's like, say, darling, I have the perfect view. It's like he ripped the city down to a skeleton, waiting for me to slap some meat on it. You ready to finish the job? Yes, everything's in place. Good, good. I want to bring the house down on this one, right down on his head. So he's concerning the design, I believe. So we get back to what's happening in Gotham City. We see that Deathstroke is here, and you see that all of these bad things are trying to track down Deathstroke because Batman has managed to capture all of Deathstroke's associates, Cheshire and the rest. And then Deathstroke's like, this has to be getting expensive, even for you, Batman. And he's not wrong, Mr. Wayne. Your friend, Miss Quinn, burned through quite a bit of non-lethal ammunition. So call them back. And so Harley Quinn was basically tracking down Deathstroke on the ally ship of Batman. It's like stripped down from the chords and melodies I learned from my teachers. This designer, he knows the music too. He's playing it loud and fast to overwhelm my senses, keep me from seeing where the notes will take us. And so Harley is not rightfully, but she's angry that her game has been canceled. It's like, you're here, aren't you? And so it's like, yes, Slade, this is my city. I'm always here. So the Batwing is here. I say words and wonder if they're written in one of his notebooks long ago. I wonder if he knew precisely when Catwoman would tell me the truth, how much of this was part of his design. So, this is pretty cool. I'm really liking it. James Tynion, that's the writer. We got Jorge Jimenez. We got many artists on here. So Deathstroke goes and tries to take down Batman. And he realizes everything is going hard and intense. He needs to change the direction. Then we see Harley's enjoying the show. It's like, gee, that's what I call intense. Yeah, I figured he'd be out. There's something to hit, finding out something to hit. It's like he's got that I want to punch everything until I can break good look on his face. Not gonna lie, it's kind of cute look for him. It's like, Harley, come with me. Why? Are you in a mood? Batman tell you some big fat secret? Oh, did he tell you who he really is under that spooky mask? I know who Batman is, Harley. It's like, and Harley's just giving Harley disposition. Oh, and here I thought it was a whole kinky thing. Keep the mask on, star-crossed lovers, each never to learn that by day Batman is a really boring guy who eats tacos and Catwoman is a very mean librarian. He's like, why a librarian? I don't know. It's the whip. Whips say librarian to me. Don't ask me why. You know what? Never mind. I'm going to do this alone. And she's like, come on, Sick. You can babysit the assassins. Do I look like a good babysitter to you? And then we see everybody has broken out. And the designer is on the board. It's like, oh, I've taken them off the board. I didn't need the product of their role in the great design. I'm not in the business of making the Penguin mayor of Gotham. I just needed the side effect. I needed to keep him busy moving. And now the games begin. It's like, he knows my part in all of this. He knows what you're going to try to take from him. Yes, my dear kitty cat, you played your part perfectly. Now he's ripping his mind apart, trying to outthink me. Right as we just see all these zombified GCPD officers coming up. Just see right as I move all the game pieces into their final positions. And we just see he's fighting Deathstroke Batman. It's like, you're not going to kill me. You don't kill easy, sure, but you're not going to risk it. You're not throwing me off this thing. I didn't fly you up here to throw you off. I want you to see something, Slade. Really see something. It's like, look down. It's like, there are around 9 million people living in Gotham. Innocent people have spent the last few years living a kind of constant rolling hell. It's a city where faith in government went up when Bane took control. It's like they're scared like they've never been before, and all I'm trying to do is give them some kind of peace. And then it's like, it's like, you think I care? Yes, I do. Why do you think they're afraid? Whose fault is that? It's mine. You think I don't know it's mine? Of course I know. I have spent my career using my wealth and power to fight costume madmen, and they keep coming back over and over. I need to make bigger and more frightening weapons just to keep you people down. You know who I am. You know how it started in an alley with a mugger and a revolver, and I changed to stop that. And the muggers changed too. You always come back with a bigger gun. And then Slade is like, you escalated first. Don't pretend that your hand was forced. I'm trying. I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to make it better. Trying to make it right. I'm trying to do everything I promised to do that I never did before. But you people just need to stop and let me save them. And Slade is like, no, I have not. And so I think Batman tackles her down. It's like, so Batman just tackles her. You're insane. You're going to kill us both. Yeah. So skip the end of the story and tell me what the designer is hiding. Tell me how to end this. Meanwhile, Harley and Catwoman have their hands full fighting these zombified GCPD officers. It's like, you're not going to find some off button in that system, Kitty. It's like, yes, I am. Eddie might have not rigged the board game before you kidnapped him, but I just did. The entire base is wired to explode if the people step on the wrong tiles. How much you want to bet your puppets are standing on the wrong tiles? Ha! Well played. There may be hope for you yet. It's like, Harley, follow me. And so basically, they jump out, they blow up the base and everything like that. Harley's like, I think I herniated a few things. My character's going to be pissed. I'm alive anyway. You're alive, Harley. Yeah, he's pretty pissed about that too. So they move forward, and they need to keep moving. It's like, we need to keep moving. I know where we have to go. It's like, and she's like, oh, because you're psychic? No, Harley, because I figured out how to steal more money than anyone has ever stolen in a single theft, and I told him how to do it. That's dumb. That was dumb. So what are you going to do? I'm going to steal it first. Meanwhile, Batman and Slade are like, still fighting out. I was like, I don't know where he is. I made sure I wouldn't know, so I couldn't tell you. Now stop pretending you're going to not pull that grappling gun and save us. So he's like, all right, you got me. Okay, let's wrap this up. 2 feet on the ground this time. And we just see the designer pop up saying, no, I don't think so. Your part of the design is over, Deathstroke. You can step to the side. Your contract is terminated. And it's like, we have company. And we just see more GCPD officers like, did that sound like he has any intention of paying me? How are you feeling, Batman? Are you up for another game? You must be getting tired. Now, I know I am. And then Batman's like, face me, designer. It's like, now that wouldn't be fair. Would it? That wouldn't be fair. I haven't had my turn to play. And we see the Riddler is now taking his next step in this game. And so Punchline arrives in 92, next issue. So that should be interesting. But where do I want to stop this? Blah, 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 blah. What's a good... Yeah, I'll stop it here because the Joker looked pretty boss. So what do I give this? I give this an 8.5 out of 10 like the last one. This feels like Batman. Everybody has their part to play. Everybody's doing their thing. You see, when you want to make a story complex and deep, you don't go and you start having your heroes wax philosophy and engage in monologues that are unnecessary. You don't have them talk. You have them do. You have the actions be complex, well planned, and meticulous. You got everything going on, and you keep the reader engaged through action, and that's what Tynion is doing. It's great. It's Batman, and I really like it. So thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notifications, make sure you're notified. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to discuss good comments and get your views on them. Thank y'all for watching. I shall have more videos up later today. Peace.